after my dream that these events happen. So the dream will happen, and 6 months later, the event will happen. And so
that's interesting.
I get in a panic whenever I dream apocalyptic for 6 months. Or is it 3 months? I'm sorry, 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. I'm sorry.
Do you ever have a dream? Yeah. Do you ever have a dream and then like 3 months later, it doesn't happen, 6 months later?
I only press upon those things that happen. I don't worry about the other stuff because all the other stuff, because I'm a dreamer. I dream all the time. But what I can do is I can say, okay, this dream happened and now this event happened, and I'll connect the two and I'll be like, word for word. I'm talking about absolutely word for word, same situation and everything. So how do I gain an understanding of what's happening to me 3 months later when there's no connection between the 2 points, except for the fact that because there's no plan in my head that I'm going to do what I was doing at the time, meaning I didn't know this event was going to happen 3 months later, but I lived the life from the time I dreamed until that time that the event happened. I'm like, oh, I seen this 3 months ago in my dream. Exactly. So how do I get that? And that's because everything is all time is in a single point. Your past and your future is all in a single point, and it's all connected. And everything draws back to that single point. Our memory and what we see in the future are one and the same. It's just that, can we get connected to that which is going to happen? So it's very complex, but that's the only thing that I can understand, that why would a person be able to have those kind of connections to an event that never happened? Because it's a connection. It's something that your life is not, there's no forced destiny. I look at it this way. So if you put a rock at a rock that rolls for eternity, and it continues to roll down a mountain, and on that mountain you have trees, you have rivers, valleys, other rocks, and as you're rolling down, the rock still rolls, and it courses by the things that are in front of it. Like if I hit a tree with that rock and it falls out in front of me, and then all of a sudden I got to get over that tree. So all things have, so we're affected by the things that we of the moment, but we're also affected by those things that are out in front of us too. So
what would you say to somebody?
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Do you want to finish your point?
Go ahead. Okay. Well, so like I said, because that formed area in front of us that's already there, then we're capable of seeing that.
Okay. What do you say to somebody who's had dreams and they don't detect a similar event later, like 3 months later? Or 6 months later?
It's not like I said, even in my own life, I dream all the time. Not all these events happen that I dream about, only certain ones.
Yeah. But what if there's somebody who that never happens to them?
If you have to go biblically, we're all gifted with something in our lives, and some people are gifted with prophetic, being able to prophesy or being prophetic. Some people have the gift of tongues. Some people have the gift of healing and different things. So however we're connected to the universe is dynamically how we can have those gifts and use them to our best ability, or to what the universe has given us. So I'll give you an example real quick. My father-in-law was a genius. He worked for Northrop, and without him, they could not have built the B-2 bomber, because he's the one who helped them design a way to machine a part that was 200 feet long, because they had to be all one piece. And he's the only one that came up with the design. Nobody else could do it. And there's lots of engineers, and he wasn't even an engineer. He was an engineer, but not in the classification of engineer there. But he was that kind of genius and well-read, book smart. He goes down to Mexico with his Spaniard wife for 10 years, and he went to school and everything else, could not learn the language. So some people just, and I can't learn the language, and I live in a place where it's dominant, the dominant society here is Mexican. But that's okay. That's just not who I am. That's not how I'm wired or connected to the universe. That's not my passion. Well, I lost you.
Oh, sorry. I muted I was moving stuff around. My
Sorry about that.
I wanted to ask you one more question before we end it, because I have another meeting at 5, unfortunately. But do you think somebody could think that they're having prophetic dreams and it's really not happening, that they're completely mistaken about it? Could they ever be mistaken?
Absolutely. Again, humans are looking for a way to, a lot of humans, not all of them, a lot of humans are looking for a way to show themselves to be abnormal, something unique in society. So, like I said, I understand the whole dynamics of how we gain popularity, how we gain an audience, or whatever that looks like. So yeah, absolutely. They could say, yeah, I'm having prophetic dreams, but it's not really connected.
Yeah. Would they be just as sure that they're right and that they're having them as you are with yours?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't, because again, that's why I would never put on anybody to say, hey, you have to believe in a God because of all these experiences I've had. Because, sorry, they were my experiences, and I can only convey the message to you saying that these things, and I've had some crazy events in my life, believe me, I haven't even, you can watch my YouTube channel if you want to look at some of the different events in my life. And I didn't even put them all on yet, just some crazy stuff. And but I'm just saying that we can be just as confident as I can be confident what I know because it's happened to me personal. But to convey that idea to you or to anybody else, right, it's an impersonal meaning to the person that you're relating that to.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that, because I wouldn't be able to be like, I might believe you or not believe you, but I certainly wouldn't be as moved by the event unless I personally experienced it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But what I was wondering though is that, could somebody dream, something happened to them 3 months later, and they're absolutely sure that it was that it was a prophetic dream, and they are mistaken? Do you think that they still could be mistaken?
I don't know that. I don't know that because I don't know what was in their head. I don't know what their dream was. I don't know anything.
Right.
I can only go by my own personal experiences.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Yeah. Let me put it on you then.
Yeah.
Could you be mistaken on your conclusion? Could you be having the dream, something's happening 3 months later, and you're so sure that that's a prophetic dream?
Absolutely. I think there's absolutely that possibility. And that's why I don't just conclude my understanding of the fact that there is a God based on my dreams or based on my events or anything like that. I base it on the dictionary, I base it on science, I base it on, actually, I'll give you do you want to do another video and we could go through a lot more stuff?
Yeah, I feel like we've only scratched the surface on this.
Absolutely. I mean, I can go I've talked to my doctor in the office for 2 hours about these things. So she was really not, but we were interacting just like we are. If you want to continue this discussion, I'd love to.
Yeah, for sure. It's of course it's New Year's, and I know, and there's so much going on tonight too. Yeah. And I'll be busy for the next week or two, but maybe we can coordinate something. We were emailing back and forth. I think. So let's pick it up there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I appreciate this, Anthony. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. I've got, and watch some of them videos that if you get a chance. You don't have to. I'm not out there to promote God or anything like that, but the experience of just You got to watch the first one real quick because it talks about my ancestry. One of my ancestors is Sam Paul, who was portrayed by John Wayne as Rooster Cogburn.
Okay.
He was
Interesting.
the inspiration for
What was the name of the movie?
True Grit.
Oh, True Grit.
Yes,
There's
he's the
just
inspiration for the. He was a thug of a lawman for the Chickasaw Nation and also for the U.S. Marshal. He shot his first man when he was 18 years old or so, somewhere around there, with a friend of his in a bar. There's a lot. Like I said, I have so much to give you. We're going to have to do at least another one.
Okay.
If you
Yeah,
don't mind,
I'll check out. No, we'll do one more, but I'll check out your channel in the meantime. Maybe could you reply back with your YouTube channel?
Absolutely, on my email. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
good.
Great.
And I think you got the recording of this too, so feel free to do whatever you want to with it. It was nice talking to you.
Oh, great talking to you. I haven't spun your head yet. Wait.
Yet. Just wait, huh?
So, well, like I said, Anthony, let's end here, and that way we can continue on with the conversation next video in a couple of weeks, or whatever that takes.
That sounds good, Arthur. Thanks for your time, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
All right. See ya.
Bye.